What is up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News. Gotta start off by thanking you all that are newly subscribed to my channel. I recently passed 3,500 subscribers. My channel's been growing pretty fast over the past couple of months, and I really do appreciate all of that support. I do have to point out one thing though, and especially for my new subscribers, and let you all know that I am not a full-time YouTuber, not even close to it. I do have a full-time job. I do have other responsibilities. So this is just something that I do when I have the spare time. And I'm bringing this up because I know some people have been asking for personal contact information and things like that. Like I said, I have a full-time job. I got other responsibilities. I'm not around the clock with Funko News. So I do these videos, and if you have a question, you can drop it in the comments here. But beyond that, like I said, this is just not a full-time thing for me. So please do understand that. And I feel like if you do have a question, then, this would be the place for it. Write down in the comments. Okay, so, yeah, do make sure that you drop a like on this video. Very easy way to support this channel and these videos, because I really do want to continue to help out the community. It's going to be tough in the upcoming weeks because of my online courses, especially. I have 3 that are going on right now, so it's going to be pretty tough, but I'm going to do my best to try to stay consistent. So please continue to support me, and please be understanding as well if I have to sometimes skip a midweek video, but I will do my best. Let's go ahead and get into it here. Funko News for August 23rd, 2017. So for starters, I just want to point out a couple of online retailers, because I've had a lot of new subscribers asking where can they find certain figures online. These are just a couple of websites that you may want to check out. Now, Fugitive Toys, at the time of this recording, they actually have some pop-up shop items available, and what's really interesting to me is that they're not really marked up. The prices look pretty reasonable. Now, I don't know how the shipping would be, and I also don't know if they ship internationally or not. That's something that you would have to go and find out for yourself, but just check out their website and see what's going on there, see if you're interested in it. Popculture.com is an Australian-based website that I've talked about many times, because this is a good way, especially for collectors outside of North America, to get some exclusives. And I think a lot of people by now are familiar with them, but if you're not, again, definitely check out their website. And you can pause and kind of read some of the information here on the screen, but yeah, I'm mainly saying outside of North America because Funko has exclusive deals with stores and retailers here in North America, so that's why Pop Culture cannot ship certain items to the States and to Canada. Okay, so that's what's going on there. But they do have occasionally some exclusives, including exclusives from previous Comic Cons that are actually available to North America as well. So you just kind of got to go and look and see what's available, and then look what it says item by item. And then Forbidden Planet International, I've been asking people about this website, and I've been checking out some unboxings. To me, they seem pretty legit. I haven't ordered with them myself yet. I may do so in the near future, but yeah, like I said, they look pretty legit. And of course, they're Forbidden Planet International, so that means, of course, they do ship internationally. And then Toy Wars, I think this site would probably be mainly more so for people in the States. Those of you outside of the States, you would have to check the site out yourself and see if they have any international shipping and what it looks like. But I know within the States, this is a good site, especially if you're interested in getting a new wave all at once in a bundle. It's probably a way to save you some money. Their shipping looks like it tends to be pretty good. So yeah, just check them out as well. Now, of course, when you look at chase figures on their site, they are going to be marked up because that is a guaranteed chase. That's more and more a common thing, so just expect that. And I do want to point out again to all of you, when I talk about certain online retailers, I don't work for them. I'm not sponsored by them, so I can't be responsible for what happens with your transactions. Okay, I just gotta put that out there. But yeah, these are just a couple of sites that you all can check out. Next up here, of course, I've shared this previously, maybe more than once in Funko News, but the Grady Twins, which should be showing up in Target stores very soon. What's really interesting here is how rare the Chase variants are going to be. 1 in 36 ratio. Now, just to give you an idea of how rare that is, most of the Chase figures that Funko has been doing lately have been 1 in 6 odds, which is probably too easy to get, because there are certain Chase figures that don't have much value because just a lot of people have them. So 1 in 36, even though that's going to make it a lot tougher for a collector like me to get my hands on these. I think it makes more sense in a lot of ways. And yeah, I'm still going to look for them. I'm not giving up on them, but I just want you to all know that this is going to be a pretty rare set of figures here, because it's not just one. Pretty rare chase figures here. Now focusing on horror again here with the Pennywise chase, which again is not anything new here for Funko News, but this information here is new. And I'm going to go ahead and read this first sentence here. It says, due to a licensing issue, the Pennywise chase figure is already about to be vaulted. Okay, and by the way, that's just the chase figure. Just the chase figure. Okay, I'm going to stress that, and I'll talk about that some more in just a moment here. And then it says next here, after the next batch hits stores, no more will be produced. Again, just the chase figure. So don't let anybody, you know, try to play you for a fool and try to sell you the common at a marked up price, or one of these exclusives that are about to come out at a marked up price. Is just the chase figure that is being vaulted. And by the way, this would probably be one of the worst times to try to buy that chase secondhand, because the prices have shot up since this news has spread. Okay, so I've actually seen this Pennywise chase figure now valued anywhere from 100 to more. Some people are even trying to sell it for like 200. I think that price is definitely going to come down eventually. Like I said, there are still going to be some more that are going to hit stores, but then that will be it. So I would try to find it in stores first. And I always say, you know, buying secondhand really should be like a last resort type of thing, and it's just not that serious. So yeah, don't let yourself be played for a fool when it comes to this figure. But I did want to share this piece of information, and I gotta say, on a personal note, I'm definitely glad that I have this figure in my collection, just because I wanted it anyway. I like the look of it, and I'm kind of wondering, this is just speculation here, if the issue is that they changed the coloring of the character, and maybe that's something that they didn't exactly have the rights to do. That's just a complete guess though, complete speculation there. And you can all let me know what you think about this situation with this figure. So moving along here, some of you may have noticed that there wasn't a new Funko Shop item this week, and that was really due to technical issues that they had once they relaunched the website. They changed around the look, changed around the layout and everything, and there were some issues with it. So I think they're still trying to get things together, make sure that it's stable. So yeah, there was no new item that was posted this week, but they will be back on schedule next week. So next week, Wednesday, look for a new exclusive, and I have no idea right now what it could be. I don't know if it's going to be a pop, a Kari, you know, I really don't know what type of item it's going to be. So just be on the lookout for it next week, Wednesday. So moving along here with some new information, or I should say new figures. The Pint-Sized Heroes sister location figures are up for a November release. I don't know all these characters super well, so if you're a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's series and the sister location game, definitely pause and take a look and see what will be available. I don't have a word right now about any possible exclusives. If I learn anything, I definitely will share that with you all. Now, something here that I did, this kind of threw me for a loop. I'll just be completely honest, and I'm not even sure how to say this name exactly. It looks like banana plushies and vinyl figures. If I'm saying that incorrect, sorry about that, but I'm really not familiar with this. But these are up for a September release. So again, you see at the top of the screen, those are the plushies, and then at the bottom, they actually do have vinyl figures as well. They refer to them as vinyl figures, not pops, so that's what I'm going to call them, just vinyl figures. And I'm really curious if anybody knows if Banana is made by the same people that made Gudetama. Let me know, because I get that same type of vibe from them, you know, with the cuteness factor there and the awkwardness to it. So yeah, if anybody knows if it's made by the same people that did Gudetama, then I would definitely be interested to know that. Next up here, this is pretty cool, and I think this was in one of my recent rumor mill segments that I shared a couple of these. Okay, I can't even remember for sure because I share so much information, but regardless, we do have some DC Comics dwarves here on the way, which do include Aquaman, Hawkman, Superman, Supergirl, and then we do have some exclusives here. We have a Toys R Us exclusive Bizarro, and then in the upper right there, you see there's a Hot Topic exclusive Hawk Girl. And I think you can all see the figure I'm most excited about here. I wasn't subtle about it. And the bottom right there, of course, there is a Chase Red Sun Superman. I would absolutely love to get that. And this is a 1-in-6 ratio. So, that, you know, decent odds on finding it. I definitely would like to have that because the Red Sun storyline is just amazing. I think it's one of DC Comics' best stories. That's, you know, my personal opinion. Definitely one of the best Superman stories in my opinion. Okay, and these are up for an October release. So I'm saying coming soon here. I really don't know much information about these figures here, but you see there's a Harry Potter box lunch exclusive, and then also a Ginny Weasley Barnes and Noble exclusive with I guess, you know, the obvious focus here being Quidditch. So really don't know much about these other than these images that I just happened to you know, to come across. As I learn more about these, of course, I will share that with you all. If you're curious about the back of the box, it looks like the same figures that have been revealed, the next wave of Harry Potter figures, so nothing really new there. So again, if I learn any more about these exclusives, I definitely will share it with you all. Now this is a figure that is a must for me because I own all of the Bob's Burgers pop figures up to this point. I also own all of the Dorbs as well, the family. So I absolutely have to get this box lunch exclusive Tina Belcher. And you see, of course, here she's dressed for work, and she even has the 2 trays of hamburgers and fries. So I'm still a big fan of Bob's Burgers, even though the most recent seasons haven't been as funny as the earlier seasons. Still though, like I said, I'm a big fan of it. No, right now, no release date on this figure, but I know I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for it. So, of course, I will update you all when I learn more about it. And by the way, you check out the box. You see Box Lunch does have a new sticker that I really like it. I mean, it just happens to go very well with this particular box, but I think it's going to look pretty cool on other figures as well. So, next up here, for Jumanji, right now they just have 2 pop figures that they've revealed. I don't know if they're going to do any more because I mean, there's basically 4 main characters that they've been showing within the movie. But for right now, they have just these 2 characters that they revealed for an October release. And these are the characters played by The Rock and Jack Black. And then also focusing on movies here, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. They do have some more exclusives on the way. So you see Star-Lord there. This is more like a casual look. He doesn't have on his jacket. Just a very casual looking Star-Lord with the t-shirt that he usually wears. And then there's a Toys R Us Groot exclusive where he's actually hanging on to the bomb from the end of the movie. And that's really not giving anything away if you haven't seen it, because that was all over the previews. And then there is also a Drax with Groot, which is a FYE exclusive. Now, Drax with Groot should actually be the first one that releases. It's actually up for a September release. And then Star-Lord and Groot, those exclusives should be out sometime by October, or maybe actually early October. They're scheduled for around early October. And by the way, I have to keep reminding, especially my new subscribers and new collectors, we really don't get completely solid dates with Funko Pops. We get release windows, so we have an idea of what month a figure might be coming out, not always exactly a specific day. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry for the pause there, but I just realized why I put an image here. If you look in the bottom right, and if you have seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, you know there's a moment where Groot is seated in a seat, and obviously he's very small, so he looks very tiny in that seat, but he has a bowl of candy in his lap. There was a rumor a while back that there was going to be a figure of that version of Groot, him with the actual candy bowl. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. You know, I'll keep my eyes open. If I learn any more about that, of course, I will share it. Force Friday, I'm going to keep reminding you all, it's close. It's very close now. And actually, these figures, I said this before also, that these figures are already showing up in some Walmarts. So I know people have been seeing figures like BB-8, at least one of them. And I'm trying to remember if Porg or... Actually, I can't remember all the ones that have been showing up. I know BB-8 for sure, though. As a matter of fact, I saw BB-8 in a video earlier. I think it was Jimpy Zayo's video. So, yeah, these are showing up in some Walmarts already, so you can start looking. But definitely September 1st is a date to keep in mind if you are a big Star Wars fan. And you see there in the bottom right a much better image of the Porg Chase figure, and then in the bottom left a much better image of the Resistance BB unit. So we finally had the first official New York Comic Con exclusive for this year, and it is Zack Ryder. And to me that makes a lot of sense, because if you don't know, Zack Ryder, WWE wrestler, he is a big fan of Funko Pops. So yeah, it's about time basically that he got his own pop figure. And they actually have on the Funko blog, they had a video where they actually revealed it to him. Obviously, you know, he's pretty happy about that, and they did give him 2 boxes, and that is for a particular reason. If you know anything about him and how he collects, then you would understand that. But I would just say check out the video if you haven't done so. Again, it is on the Funko blog. And something else that I want to point out here, take a look at this piece of information. This comes from the New York Comic Con website. Really, the main thing I want you to focus on is that it says Funko will be bringing over 60 exclusive collectibles to NYCC 2017. Now, obviously, that does not mean 60 exclusive Funko Pops. It says collectibles, so I'm sure it'll be different types of collectibles. Okay, so do keep that in mind. But over 60, that is gonna be crazy if this proves to be 100% true, but it seems pretty legit because, again, this is on the New York Comic Con website. So the rumor mill is going to be pretty brief here, not too many crazy rumors or anything this week, but mainly it's going to, well, really completely it's going to focus on New York Comic Con. Remember, when I say rumor mill, it is a rumor until we see it 100% official. Until we actually see the figures, it has to be treated as a rumor, in my opinion. So I've shared these rumored New York City Comic Con, or New York Comic Con exclusives. I always want to say city in there, but New York Comic Con exclusives. I've shared these with you before, all these as possible exclusives, and I just want to point out a couple of these real quick. So the glow-in-the-dark Balrog, Grinwald, Saul Guerrero with hair, and the Black Chrome Batman have actually popped up in a certain store's system. And I'm not going to really say more about that because I'm pretty sure it's some information that really should not be out there yet, but I'm just going to say it that way again, that these 4 have appeared in a store system, so it seems like there's a good chance that they may be legit. And you know, as I learn more about it, of course I will share. But honestly, we all don't have to wait that long, because Funko has already said that there will be reveals next week of the New York Comic Con exclusive. So we don't have to do a whole lot of speculating. We're going to learn about this for sure very soon, but I thought I would just share this because that was interesting to me. I do want to say as well, Lucas plus Dustin, the vinyl figures, which we know are official because you see the figures there in the bottom left. I would be surprised if these are actually an exclusive. I don't see any reason why they would be an exclusive. It seems like they would just be common and, you know, available in multiple stores, but we'll see what happens there. You know, we will find out very soon. Now, another exclusive that is rumored, again, rumored, is Jaqen from Game of Thrones. Okay, again, rumored as a New York Comic Con exclusive, supposedly for Barnes & Noble. Again, this is nothing official, and I mean, there is a proto there. I don't even know how legit that prototype there is in the upper right. You know, we'll find out very soon whether or not this proves to be true. But I think, you know, whenever there's a new Game of Thrones pop, of course, fans get excited. So yeah, we'll find out very soon if this is true or not. And I was watching a video to learn a little bit about this character. It sounded very interesting to me. But those of you that are actually Game of Thrones fans, you know, let me know what you think about this character being chosen to be a pop figure, you know, if this pans out to be true. Okay, so that's going to do it for Funko News this edition here. Hope you all liked the video. I know it wasn't a ton of new figures this time, but I'm pretty sure that with New York Comic Con about to come up, you know, there's going to be a lot of interesting news over the next couple of days, especially over the next week or so. So definitely stick with me with Funko News, and if I missed anything that you think is pretty interesting and you feel confident about the source, then share it down in the comments, and I'll talk to you all again real soon.